Good morning. I'm Jen Amos at Weiss Research.
I'm Andy Myers, and this is your morning market alert for Tuesday, February 1st. Stocks on Wall Street are set to kick off the month with solid gains, following the Dow's best January since 1997. Traders seem to think the situation in Egypt could be heading toward a resolution, even as massive protests continue there. Throughout the past week, the Suez Canal, which connects the Persian Gulf with Europe and the West, has operated normally. That's easing some fears among investors and causing oil prices to pull back a bit today after jumping 8% over the past two trading sessions. Right now, crude is back below $92 a barrel.
Speaking of oil, another big energy company is out with earnings today, following ExxonMobil's blowout results yesterday. BP reported a 30% rise in fourth quarter profit and announced it will resume paying a dividend. The company also announced it will sell half its refining capacity in the U.S. as it reshapes its business after the worst oil spill in American history. But BP's results fell short of Wall Street estimates, capping the company's worst year in 2 decades. BP shares are falling about 2% in pre-market trading. Despite those losses, stocks across Europe were solidly higher, and the major Asian markets finished with gains. One big winner was the Chinese internet search firm Baidu.com. It's jumping nearly 10% after its quarterly results topped expectations, and Kaufman Brothers boosted its target price on the stock.
The world's biggest drug maker is out with its quarterly results this morning. Pfizer posted adjusted earnings roughly in line with expectations and approved a $5 billion stock buyback. But investors seem a bit disappointed by the company's full-year forecast. They're sending Pfizer shares down slightly lower in the pre-market. Elsewhere in the pharmaceutical industry, a months-long takeover battle may be close to being resolved. According to the Wall Street Journal, Sanofi-Aventis and Genzyme have agreed in principle on the broad terms of a deal. France's Sanofi will start losing revenue from its blood thinner Plavix when the drug loses patent protection in November. So it's trying to shore up its pipeline by acquiring Genzyme, which focuses on treatments for rare diseases. Shares of Sanofi are gaining more than 3% on the report, and Genzyme is slightly lower.
One of the day's biggest stock winners is likely to be Archer-Daniels-Midland, up more than 6% right now. ADM's profit jumped 30%, and total sales topped $20 billion. Both numbers beat estimates, helped by strong growth in the company's corn processing and agricultural services businesses. Shares of United Parcel Service are also rising in the pre-market, up nearly 3%. UPS topped expectations with its fourth quarter income and revenue and boosted its full-year earnings per share forecast. Another mover today may be Hormel Foods after it announced a 2-for-1 stock split.
Finally, keep an eye on the automakers today. They're reporting their January U.S. sales figures throughout the day. Analysts expect to see double-digit improvements for all major manufacturers, but General Motors may lag behind the rest of the sector. That's the latest from Weiss Research. We'll be back after the opening bell with all the market reaction.